Okay, hello everyone and welcome to another video. I have got a little Fleischmann HO push switcher. Well, it's only a little loco, steam loco, right? And the problem is this bracket for the motion bracket assembly has got a break in it across here, and previously it was just sat in there and the screw was tightened up and it was just holding place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some plastic cement or plastic glue, and I'm going to hold that together like that carefully, and I'm going to plastic weld across there. So I was going to put a little screw and do it this way, which I still can, which might be good for the after I've done it, or something similar to hold it flat, because that's the problem I have, is holding it closed like that, which is pretty much straight for what I want. A little bit crooked, but I'm just trying to make sure that it's level as well, which it's not, because this bracket's a bit bent. And see, that's the problem you come across with this, is it's a bit better, a bit straighter. I'm just trying to eyeball it down across this way because it is a bit bent, and I just want it to be sitting flush as much as I can. It's a lot better. So I'm just going to drop, and a CA won't stick it, so I'm using MnR ABS glue, and I put a nut there because the ABS glue won't stick to the nut. It'll only stick to the plastic. Well, it actually welds the plastic together, so just put a dob in there. I'll put another dob in there. And all I want it to do is just to go across and glue the plastic together. I don't want to glue anything else, so I'll just put a dob of that on. You can see it's got just a hair from the printer, just from the little printed washers that I've got, just a little thing sticking up. So that should help that glue together, because the next thing is the weight goes on here. I'll take the screw out and the weight goes on there and holds it all together, and that screws and holds everything. So I'll wait for that to bond and glue itself together. So I'll give that a couple of hours and I'll come back, and then I'll pull it all to bits, because I've already used isopropyl alcohol to get all the grease and all the oil off everything. I'm still getting bits and pieces of fluff and all sorts of stuff. So while that's drying, I will pull these off, but I don't want to touch it while it's drying, so I just want it to glue up. See, that's bonding nicely at the moment. That's the plastic bonding with the plastic, which is exactly what I want. Is the plastic to bond with itself. So I will leave that, and I will come back to that a bit later. But yeah, I've had this loco for a long time. So yeah, good little runner. Slow, because it's, as you can see, it's geared quite well. I'll just show you how much it moves by. So if we start there with that oval, that round circle there, and if I go one full turn of that, you can see that on here, that was at 9 o'clock. It's now at about 7 o'clock or something, 6 or 7. So it's very highly geared, which is good. because it means it pushes and pulls quite well, but it's no speed demon. So, and I'm not one for speed. I just like them to look nice when they run. So, but anyway, I won't play with this too much, but I just want to do that. Oh, that's pulling the paint, which is kind of alright. I don't mind that. If it wants to do that with the paint, that's fine. But I want him to bond the plastic. Oops, that's a message. Going to pick up some trains a bit later. See, it's been broken here, across here before. I can see someone's put some glue across there, so it has been broken in the past. So yes, and that looks like that's a weight. That's metal there, so they've put CA across that. It's a shame when people do that, but it is what it is. So yes, but anyway, the little footsteps have been bent quite badly, so I'll straighten them up. As you can see, the little footsteps have really been bent. It's supposed to be near on vertical, and then that's supposed to be near on horizontal, so they definitely are bent. They put a 158 whisker coupling on there, and it's got a, no, it's not a 158 there, there's no whiskers coming off that one, so I don't know what they've used, but they're screwed into the coupling fittings that swing, so it gives it, I guess it gives it a bit more reach. Not that it needs more reach, which is a bit silly in that fact, but I guess at the end of the day, any coupling's better than none. This is what makes me think this has been repaired before, because this coupling at the front doesn't move, and that's where I'm thinking they've put araldite glue or something, because this back, the black piece from here to here moves from side to side, as you can see here. Right, that's not this coupling bending, it's this, see, that whole piece in here moving. Right. See, whereas on the front, it's the coupling turning where the screw is fastened, see? It's not the actual little black piece underneath. I don't know whether I can make it move or not. I'll just, oh, yes, maybe. Yes, there we go. I've just broken it free from the glue or whatever it did have. So there we go. So, yep, there we go. If I take that screw off there, if I get a smaller screwdriver, where am I? Little thin one. If I take that coupling off, got a little square block holding it. And if I start moving that, that will free up, hopefully. Because they do, they have a spring underneath. I can't take that off because that looks like it's just a pin. Yeah. And looking at that, when I move the assembly, that pin there moves, as in turns as this piece moves. So if I can free that up and make that move, that might be something that I can work with or work. But that's definitely got glue in there, so oh, there we go. Haha, look at that. Just a bit of work. A bit of removing paint and glue or whatever they've put in it. See? You never know till you start doing stuff or looking into it or whatever. Not worried about the paint underneath, but now that piece there, as you can see, is now moving. So that's good. I can clean that out a bit better, which I'm doing. So yeah, so that now actually has a bit of movement in it, and I can see that little round thing moves. So, but it's nothing like that one. That one is steadfast, and I can see that whole piece as it moves. That whole, see there, look, see that whole piece moves, right? That whole bracket. So I'm guessing, yes, aha, I've worked out how to get to it. Look, if I undo that, and oh, geez, nearly lost it. Right, okay, so there we have it. Haha, see what happens when you pull things to bits. Okay, so now we know what's involved in the front one, because I've just pulled the back one to bits. Right, so it has a little metal plate that sits in that recess, which is that metal plate. It is got a lip on each side of it. It's got a lip on this side and a lip on this side, which fits into that there. What am I doing that one? Oh no. So that goes in there and it pushes on that metal plate. Okay, alright, there we go. Didn't know, but do now. That's the thing with all these models, the more you work on them, the more you get to know what's what. And see, that's got a Phillips head and that one's got a flat head. So while I'm letting this dry, I think I'll go ahead and pull that all to bits, as in I'll pull those out, clean and take all that out and clean it up, square these foot plates up a bit. I do notice on this one, this is the back one, doesn't have foot plates, it only has the guides on it. I would say possibly, maybe, don't know for sure, but might not have had the footsteps at the back. That would be like that, where that fits in. Don't know, but that's the lighting assembly. That's the back and that's the back. That fits in there. Let me just look. That fits on the front. Fits on there. That fits on there. That goes into there. Lots of here's and there's. So no, it's not. The assembly doesn't make the light work. And that assembly is bent forward, as I can see. I'm not sure if you can see, but that whole assembly is bent kind of that way. Even on there, on that side, it's bent backwards a bit. So I will do my best to fix that, but it definitely looks like there's footsteps up to go up to here, but there's no footsteps at the back because you've got there to get into the loco, so there's no need for any at the back. So what I will do is clean up all of this as best as I can. See, there's lots of red paint on it. So I dare say someone's tried to glue all this, because that's what it looks like, is glue with red paint on it. So I shall clean it up a bit as much as I can with my little file. And if you haven't got yourself a set of little files like this one, this is a half round and it's very handy. Like just doing things like this, because that there is obviously glue. That is definitely glue. So I'd say someone's done that and glued that into place in there. So that's kind of interesting. But like just doing things like this with a little file. Just cleaning things up makes life so much easier. Then just bits clipping off there. There's definitely a bit of overspray. But that looks a lot better now. Just little things like that. Because you can see definitely there's been glue on that front. Because there's the mark of the glue all over the front of that as well. Oops, this is picking up everything magnetic. So I'll clean this up as well. A little bit of abrasive paper here. It's like a kitchen scourer. It's quite handy for doing little jobs like this. Need a bit more to get that glue off. That's better. And the good thing about that scourer is with sandpaper and stuff, it leaves residue of what you're sanding in the sandpaper, whereas this, it just rubs it without doing anything like that. So that's good in that respect. So I'll just get my paintbrush and I'll just clean all that out. There's a broken wire there for the light system, which I didn't know. Okay. So that wire will go to, I'm guessing, to there, up the top there, because it looks like there's been a wire. Sorry, I'm not sure if you can see that, but looks like there's been a wire there up the top. So I would dare say that that wire there gets soldered onto that there. I am guessing. Yes, this little loco's seen a bit, I can tell you that much, so yes. But it's good. I've had it for a long time. As a young tacker, I've had it for a number of years. Let's just clean all this up. Alright, clean that up, just give that a quick once over, just to make sure there's nothing underneath that. See? And the thing is, see, you can do that with it also. So you just run that over it, helps to clean it. Doesn't matter about that, because I'm not taking paint off. I'm not worrying about the paint there and there, because you're not going to see it. See, once you put it all back together, you're not going to see it. And I'll touch up that rest of that with the paintbrush just a bit later anyway. So not as if I'm making it not work or something like that. So that's my coupling, and that goes in there like that. So I need to, this will be the hard part. You put this plate in, drops in there. Oops. I've got everything's magnetic because I'm hanging everything up on the magnetic plate. But sometimes that is handy and sometimes it is not. Right, so I've just dropped that little bar in. And I want to push it in with that, like that. And we very carefully flick the bar out once again. have that ready to go. Put that under there and put that in there, that way. That's better. Helps hold it all in place. There we go. Okay, that's back together, and that is the back one, which is the main one that we want working. So I will do the same on this front one, because this is just about pretty well done, but I shall get back to you.